Habari ma Africa. You know what? Nothing makes me sick to my stomach like the way we Africans are tolerant to rubbish in our countries. We are just so tolerant and accepting of any rubbish that happens in our country. It's like we just wanted the right of freedom of movement and freedom of speech and the right to vote, and of which those rights have been taken away. We are now accepting that we will forever listen to Afriforum, we will forever listen to the solidarity movement, we will forever listen to the minority in our country telling us what is best for our country. That is what we are doing now. The Bela bill was signed partially by a president who was supposed to sign that bill in its entirety. But because our president is too accommodating, like most African people, he said clause 4 and 5 will set it aside. I'm giving you guys 3 months to deliberate with me so that we can see how we can find an equilibrium. But instead of these people meeting the president in the process of negotiations, they go for a march, the biggest Afrikaans march since 1994. Are you serious? There was only 10,000 people there. Only 10,000 people. These people are representing the minority of the Afrikaans clan. Because we know these people can fill a rugby stadium and a cricket stadium easily. So who is these 10,000 people? Who is these 10,000 people? The little Afriforum? We must now listen to Afriforum? That is why in Chela every day, we must counter everything that they are doing with our organizations. Because, we can organize a march, a 10,000 march. We can do it on a WhatsApp group. 10,000. Africans, we need to wake up. We need to stand up for the rights. What is wrong with children of different races sitting in the same class? The African people don't want to integrate. They don't want to mix. They don't want to integrate with the community where they stay. They want themselves where they are and they don't want to mix with anyone. And we are accepting it as Africans. They don't want to. Now they're going to intimidate the president of this weak government of national confusion into signing off the clause 4 and 5, changing it or excluding it. We want to see what this ANC is going to do. I want to see what this ANC is going to do.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your pan-africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Blackheart, the hustle continuer. Made to inspire your goals and dreams. 100% good quality clothes are now available at affordable prices. T-shirts, hoodies, sweaters, bucket hats, and more. Place your orders now. 06847366908. Instagram Black7576. Facebook page Blackheart.
Peace in pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwade Zinchefa Sono, Mr. Easy Imale, and we're back at it again with another one. As in, I'm sick of this rubbish that we are accepting in our country. We are too accepting, man. What is wrong with us, eh? What is wrong with us Africans? Who bewitched us Africans to be so accepting that the people that stole our land can build an only African city in our country? The people that stole our land can say we don't want to mix English learners and black learners into the African schools. They can say that. The people that stole our land, that are so racist in Pretoria Girls High, want to say that the government can't tell the school government body what to do while they are promoting racism in the schools? Apparently, this is the biggest march since 1994 by African people. Biggest march. Biggest march. 10,000 people. I saw on Afriforum they said 6 to 7,000 people. I don't know where this 10,000, where the media is getting this 10,000 people, how they counted them. Was there a gate where they were counting people? Were some tickets that were handed out for 10,000 people? And guess what? Guess what? You'll find our colored and black brothers there in the march. You'll find them there proudly in those marches. There's something wrong with us Africans, man. There's something wrong with us, man. I'm gonna try not to be too emotional, but I'm sick and tired of these people. I'm sick and tired. And there's some nice African people, you know. There's some really nice African, but there's this group that don't want to accept that they will be ruled by African people through democracy. There's these other groups that they don't want to accept that their children must play with a colored child and a black child. They don't want to accept it. They simply don't want to accept it. They still see us as monkeys. They still see us as dogs. They have not transformed their mind. It's like apartheid is still taught in their households. Apparently 40 organizations were you know, put together by the solidarity movement. 40 organizations, please name them. Why are you trying to make this bigger than it is? Mainstream media, 40 organizations. Which 40 organizations? All right. I was watching this stupid match, né? And when I was listening to the news bulletin somewhere, I heard someone speaking about Hendrik Verwoerd, saying Hendrik Verwoerd built more schools than Panyaza. Panyaza ungenapi ku Bela bill. Ungenapi Panyaza ku Bela bill. Is Panyaza parliament? Was Panyaza the process? Is Panyaza the one who signed this bill into law? Panyaza ungenapi. Just listen to these people, the arrogance of these people.
ANC leaders.
Maar Dr. Hendrik Verwoerd het meer skole gebou as Panyaza Lesotho vir swart mense.
Now, if you don't know, Hendrik Verwoerd is the architect of apartheid. He's the man that started apartheid. That's the guy that this Afriforum want to mention. He's their hero. He built more schools than black for black children than Panyaza. Panyaza ungenapi lapho. Panyaza bekakhona 19 in the 60s and in the 19 whatever where this guy was born. Was Panyaza there? Panyaza is a scarce commodity. We must protect that man by all means. We must protect him. They've got the nerve to mention apartheid heroes. They've got the nerve to do that. Coming back to my right mind, not that I was not in my right mind. This is why I am fighting each and every day to build Baseda. These type of things, they make me angry. Kupugisi high blood yam. This is why I say the next generation will ask us, what did you do? When those people were marching to an apartheid a monument, when those people were marching, Nina Benenzani, Bamkulu, what were you guys doing? Bamkulu, what plans were you guys having? Bamkulu, didn't you guys have an organization that is bigger than Afriforum? An organization that could rival the solidarity movement? Bamkulu, why didn't you black people unite? Why didn't you fight back? Why didn't you push back? This is what they're going to ask us, the next generation, our grandchildren, because clearly we are listening to this nonsense. As if, Tina, we don't have the qualifications, as if, Tina, we don't have the brains, as if, Tina, we don't have the financial capability. But see us, sihlanganisa stockfele solutshwala for December. Usibone ukuthi sayihlanganisa 1 million easy. See 12 futhi. Stockfele sokudla we Christmas. Stockfele sama school uniform, which are all good things because kuhlanganisa imali and doing that it trains the financial muscles that most African people don't have. So I'm happy with all of those things. But we can do better by building our own exclusive schools. But even if we build the Paseta, if there is a child somewhere in South Africa who is failing to find space in other schools, and there's an African school just next to where he stays, he must be in that class and he must be taught in English. There's nothing special about Africans. Can't go to Zimbabwe and say, hey, I want to trade in Afrikaans. You can't go to Kenya and say, I want to trade in Afrikaans. Can't go to Russia and say, let's speak Afrikaans, please. Tina, we as Africans, this channel is the channel that advocates for one Africa, one language. And that language will never be Afrikaans. Will never be Afrikaans. Hendrik Verwoerd build more schools than Panyaza. What do these people want from Panyaza? We are not angry enough as Africans. We are not. And now, like I said, you will always find our colored brothers and sisters there. To even make it worse, there's this other colored confused one who is actually Sotho, Gayton Mackenzie's mother is Sotho, who went there and accepted their memorandum. It was, why is he accepting it? Gayton. I'm on colored people. Sometimes you are disappointing us also. Because this is your leader. This is your leader. Colored people. I know you guys feel like, we are not black enough and we are not white enough. Hey, you are closer to black than you will ever be. How can you have like Gayton Mackenzie, a mother who is Sotho, and tell me you are not black enough? Or what is it that you want? Your grandmother is Xhosa. Why are you running away from your heritage? From your ancestral lineage? Why are you running away? Tina, colored people, we love you. In fact, Tina, we see you as one of us. But Nesbora no kulmi Afrikaans. I see ulimi lolo melanul oh. That's niet die taal wat julle moet praat. No praat ek met de Afrikaanse, met colored mense. Ek praat nou Zulu en julle kan my nie mooi verstaan nie. Maar luister vir my, baie mooi. Julle kan nie saamstaan met die mense nie. Die mense soek dat julle ook nie dan. Elke keer julle ken, luister, Gayton Mackenzie was in die kap, hy het moes gevote daar. Daar was 'n ouarige colored fromens wat gesê die ouma man, 'n oumakie wat gesê vir Gayton, wat soek Gayton daar? Hoekom is jy nou hier? Want hy was daar om te stem, but die colored fromens het gedink Gayton het nie die geld om by die mooi areas te loop stem. Die mense soek julle dan nie. Julle ken die mense soek julle dan nie. So, colored people, come back home. You are Africans. You are one of us. Stop this nonsense. Gayton Mackenzie is a big embarrassment. And all of these black Africans who are there, because the majority of that event, I listened to the clips. They were speaking in Afrikaans. Our poor mothers, and I don't know where they took them. They don't even know what the Bela bill means. They don't know. sinabantu bethu abasi-disappointayo njalo nje. So the issue with the Bela bill is clause 4 and 5, and mainly it is about government taking back its custodianship of basic education and taking responsibility. Say, hey, guys, you government bodies, you are doing nonsense. You are doing nonsense. So now we're going to take some powers back. You can't decide which language the school must be taught in. If we do a survey and we see that this school, there's a lot of English medium children that want to come and learn there, we're going to force the school to accept these children. There are schools, African schools, that have got a capacity of 1,005, but only have got 500. And those children will be walking around, sitting around in classes by 12 in a class. And they will say, no, we can't accept your child because this is an Afrikaans class. This is what they want to do. Now, when it comes to the school government body, Girls High is a beautiful example to show how the school government body can abuse their powers. The principal, in her response, it was read by the department, I think, in her response, she says there are white educators who don't greet other black educators because they think they are cleaners. How?
White educators not greeting their fellow black educators because they do not know whether they are cleaners or educators at the school. One needs to qualify this. It is not all white educators at the school, but some white educators or staff members. The allegation that white educators do not greet their black colleagues was confirmed by the principal. According to the principal, this is her biggest frustration that she must deal with at the school, including the ill treatment of the administration staff by some educators. The principal further indicated that her challenge is that the administration staff do not want to name the educators that are ill-treating them, and thus she cannot take the necessary disciplinary steps against them.
Yeah, for those who are following that Girls High story, I think the deputy president, the deputy principal, the principal, and some few educators were suspended, and a case was opened against them there in Girls High. So I'm happy that the department is doing something right. But listen to this: they don't greet other people other black people because they are not sure if they are cleaners. So where you guys work, you don't greet cleaners. Whether it's black, white, green, pink, yellow, you don't greet the cleaners. Tina, there's no people that in my department, there's no people that we respect than the cleaners. Very colorful, very bright, very passionate about their job. It's not easy doing what they are doing. Smiling all the time, picking up your rubbish everywhere, cleaning your toilet. There's people that can't even clean after themselves in the toilet. It's the cleaners that do the beautiful work there. Coffee, tea. Guys, it goes on and on. They go far beyond than the scope of their work. The cleaners where I work. Guys, I'm telling you. So now if I'm white and I see a black person, I'm thinking, maybe it's a clean. I'm not gonna listen to this racism. Just listen to the racism that these people have. And the school government body chairperson went to go and find a private lawyer to adjudicate over the cases there in Girls High, and they are not allowed to do that. And he was excluding other people. The racism, just to protect the racism. I know. I think I've told you guys. I'm a deputy chairperson at my child's school, Diamantfeld Primary School. I'm the deputy chairperson in the school government body. So I know what is going on there in the school government body, and I know if we wanted to do something and spite a specific child, or a specific teacher, or something, we could do it. The school government body has that power. And I agree, some of that power must be taken back to the department, because the department is the custodian of education in South Africa. I agree with that. The Afrikaner, they don't want it. They don't want it. Okay, let's get to serious issues now. Let's get to serious issues. Please focus here. Please focus here. When the Afrikaners are marching for the Bela bill, for 2 clauses in the Bela bill, where is the African people who marching for the favor of the Bela bill? Angazi ukuthi uyangitolerate or uzongithola later. Rest in peace, pro. Ngithi mina, where are the blacks, the Africans who are saying, no, we favor the Bela bill, because it is us who must make the president's job easy. There is 10,000, apparently, 10,000 Afrikaners with our colored and black mothers and brothers there and sisters there who marched there to the voortrekker. Now, Tina, 10,000 is not a number for us. 10,000 guys, 10,000 is not a number for us. It's not a number for us. We organize a bigger march and we show them what is numbers, and we bring Panyaza there. We say, Panyaza, come, be the guest speaker of our march. And Panyaza comes there and he speaks and we say, Viva Panyaza. The ANC, if you guys can do that, you can actually win some new voters back into the ANC via Panyaza because of the Bela bill. Because the president will not do it. The youth league of the ANC, where are you guys? The youth league of the MK, where are you guys? The youth league of the EFF, where are you guys? Ntulile Ntutu. I don't like that. I don't like that. This is why I want Paseta to rival Afriforum in any sense. Like everything that they do, we must do it. They go to court, we go to court. What do we use? Paseta legal minds. Yeah? This is what I want. As to every time they do something, we do something bigger. And we don't have to be reactional at all times. We become proactive at certain times. So we can do the march before they do the march. Because listen, if we marched against the government of national confusion, the police were going to arrest us and say, no, you guys, why are you marching? These things, it's been decided, people have voted. The process of the Bela bill went through in parliament up to the signing of the president. All the parties participated in this, and it was voted into law and recommended to the president to sign it over into law. Now, why is it that the minority feel like they want to control the majority? Why? The issue in South Africa, we have never made it clear to the African people, the racist African people, that it is a privilege that they are still here. A wise man once said, African people must be happy that black people want equality and not revenge. African people must be happy and grateful that black people, especially that group of Abu Mandela, wanted equality and not revenge. And remember, we never even got the equality. It's like now we wanted acceptance. We wanted them to accept us. In fact, someone said we wanted them to include us. Just include it. And not even all of us, man. In the suburb, just allow some of us to get in there. This is what is happening. I blame the ANC for this type of nonsense. for this type of confidence of the Afriforum and solidarity movement. I blame the ANC. We never stand up and act on these people. We don't. We allow them to do as they please in our country. For them, it is freedom of speech. For us, if we do it, we march against tax shop, police come, they close us in Tonyo. They leave the people we are marching against. And these people are the ones that forced apartheid down our throat. Africans. They forced Africans down our throat during the apartheid days, making Africans a superior language to our African people. Now, my son is learning English and Afrikaans. Why? Why is my son learning English and Afrikaans? Do you guys understand? And I understand some African languages have got limitation in terms of how advanced they are in the educational system, like doing geography in Setswana, for example, doing science in Tsonga. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why we revert to English maybe for some languages, not all of them. And that's why when we say one Africa, one language, we all must speak Kiswahili in Africa. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. Me and my son, we are struggling answering homeworks there. We are struggling. My wife here, she does not even know a word of Afrikaans. Does not even, And we've complained about this. The ANC has ignored us. It's maybe time that we go to the streets also and say 2025, we don't want Africans for African children. We don't want it. And we don't want to be excluded in schools because of language. You understand? So if the African child wants to come and learn in the specific school that is full of black children, they are most welcome. Come. But if a black child wants to go to an African school, also they must be welcomed. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? After this, there's two things that will happen. The president will get cold feet and amend the amendment of clause 4 and 5. Change it. Showing us Guti he's not a real man. Nothing wrong with the clauses, but I'm going to change it because there's people that are unhappy and we must be considerate of other people's cultures. Since when? Since when? Are they considered of our cultures? Were they considered of our cultures pre-1994? Yeah, forgive and forget. Yes, shy, forgive and forget. So, it's either going to get cold feet and sign it, or I'm hoping that the faction of Omopanyaza will be still strong to say, President, don't listen to that nonsense. Sign that thing. Listen to King said so and sign that thing. And then he signs it. We are hoping. We are hoping. And then after that, we are obviously going to have series of courts because the courts run this country. Not the president. The courts can still overturn what the president said. No. What you're doing, president, is unconstitutional. We are sending this clause 4 and 5 back, and we are saying, please revise it, review it, and rewrite it in another way where Afrikaans people can feel happy about it. That is what is going to happen. Mark my words. The bill is supposed to be effective in its entirety, I think from the 13th of December, because he gave them 3 months. And we've got a problem that we've got a Democratic Alliance minister in basic education. We don't know what is going to happen there. I don't know. But I want to see if we sign it into law. It's already signed actually into law, but if we include those 4 and 5, clause 4 and 5, I want to see what will the DA do. I want to see what will they do when we implement the NHI. I want to see what is it that they can do. If you're not happy, pack your bags and go. Many African people have done that. They are there in Canada. Some of them are there in Australia. You know, they are everywhere. They are not happy. They left. It's a proven record that after every election, they pack their bags and go. They packed their bags and went, even with Mandela. They are golden boy. So I'm coming back to the fact that we as Africans must also be proud of things that we built and show them a different spirit than what they are doing. Build beautiful schools. The Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture, where everyone is like, wow, what a school. What a school. You Africans people did this with your own money. Nobody helped you. You guys did this, all of this from a simple YouTube channel. You guys actually came together and believed in one dream. You African people have got the ability to unite and build something so beautiful. You guys send donations of 50 rand, 200 rand, 1,000 rand, 100,000 rand, and you build this school in record time. This is what they must say about Paseta, the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Our children must know agriculture. Our children must understand the advantages of advanced technology. Our children must understand economics. Our children must be taught proper history. Our children must understand all the sciences. I'm just telling you guys that what is it that we can do potentially if me and you can meet each other halfway and fight together as Africans. They can laugh at us now. Now they can laugh at us and say, look at them. Look at this small boy in YouTube. Look at these people. I'm telling you, they will not be laughing 3 years from now. They will not be laughing 10 years from now. When there's few branches of Paseta in few provinces. And Paseta is in other African countries. They will not be laughing. And Paseta, as you guys know, is already in Mozambique, Lesotho, Angola, Uganda, and Botswana. You guys already know that we are trying to organize Zim and Mozambique. Mozambique people are fighting. They are not accepting those electoral results. So I'm saying, guys, thank you so much for everyone who has contributed to Paseta. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for believing in the dream. We thank you for everything that you guys are doing for us. And also, I always tell you guys, subscribe and show your love on the comment section. And you don't want to listen to me, so maybe you'll listen to Ikhrotman Lami DJ Sbu.
The audio after the video, which is unfortunate sometimes. I don't know if he can change that.
Yo, I have to give a plug. This plug as well, guys. Go search on YouTube for The King Said So, the Pan-Africanist podcast. Love your content, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Continue doing your thing. The King Said So. Go search for that one. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, let me search for that one while we're at it.
Subscribe now.
I forget.
Guys, also go subscribe to King Said So. It's an Pan-Africanist podcast. Dope content as well.
And YouTube is...
So you guys know how much I look up to DJ Sbu. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everyone who's been following this channel for more than 6-8 months, you know how much I respect DJ Sbu and look up to him, And very soon I'll be meeting with him on his platform, and it would be nice if I interview him. And we engage each other on another level. But anyways, I would like to thank him for mentioning us in his platform. He did not have to, but he mentioned us in his platform, and I am very grateful for that. If you've been following my channel, you know I do the same for other channels. I've always said go and follow Descent. Subscribe to his channel, younger brother, love him so much. I've always said go and follow Mighty Jimmy. I've always said subscribe there, and I said subscribe to Zizi Paul, Simply Politics. I've always said subscribe to Politically Incorrect with Mashiane. I've always said subscribe to DJ Spoo, the Hustler's Corner. I've always said, who am I missing? Season Pofu Welsh, subscribe there. And many others. I can't think of all of them now, but I've always told you guys, go and subscribe on those channels, because what is it that you gain trying to keep subscribers in your channel, as if when they subscribe for other channels, you lose your there's no that. And DJ Spoo has got that type of a heart to say, as Africans, let's just show each other love, let's just support each other, let's come together, let's stop pulling each other down, but let's lift each other up. That's why I love the Grootmaniamu with DJ Spoo. I can't wait to meet them. Can you believe I've never met DJ Spoo? But anyway, because we've followed him for so many years, feels like we know him personally. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in on King Said So. Leave your thoughts on the comment section. Let me hear what you guys have to say about this issue of the Bela bill and what I just gave you. And also, we're pushing for 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. 8,000 subscribers short. I believe we can do it, guys. We can definitely do it. Thank you so much for everyone who has already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button. You are in the perfect Pan-Africanist podcast, the best you've ever seen. Some of you are WhatsApping me and say, King, we want interviews. We want more interviews. I'm working on it. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, African child, do your best so that God can do the rest. So peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.